Hello, everyone. My name is Benjamin Schiffel, and I'm the owner of this YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about this channel, the soprano saxophone, and my own saxophone playing and recordings. I'm from Germany, but my channel has visitors from all over the world, especially from Japan and the USA. That's why I've decided to talk to you in English. Recently, the subscriptions of this channel reached a number of 50 persons. I'm very happy about every subscription and I want to say thank you for this. I've started this channel in 2021 after I've picked up a soprano saxophone shortly before the beginning of the corona pandemic. I am an amateur saxophonist and started to play the saxophone when I was 18 years old. I've never played a musical instrument before I was 18. I became interested in the saxophone because I've listened to a lot of ska music in my youth. Even today, I like Jamaican music and go to ska and reggae concerts. I started on the tenor saxophone and for a short time period I've played in a wind orchestra. After that I played the tenor in a mostly classical oriented saxophone quartet for some years. At the moment I don't play in a band or an orchestra, and this channel helps me to keep practicing and helps me to be motivated. I've also started to take lessons again to learn to play jazz and especially learn how to improvise. In the future, I want to play in a band, preferably in a ska, reggae, or a soul band. I can also imagine myself to play in a big band, but it will be hard to find one where I can play the soprano saxophone. On this channel, you can find a lot of play-along recordings. The technical side was completely new for me when I started the channel. If you have any suggestions for the improvement of my recordings, you are very welcome. I really like the sound of the tenor saxophone, but I've always wanted to try the soprano. For me, the soprano saxophone is, in comparison to the tenor, harder to play in tune, especially in the highest register. But it feels more responsive and I prefer the smaller and the more comfortable size of it. After not playing in the saxophone quartet anymore, the soprano became my main instrument. It's not the most common type of saxophone, but I fell in love with the sound of soprano players like Branford Marsalis, who has played with Sting, or Grover Washington Jr., who had one of the nicest soprano sounds I've heard. I've also listened to Steve Lacy, who played the soprano in a period when almost nobody played the instrument, but some of his avant-garde stuff is a little too much for me. I hope that the soprano saxophone will become more popular in the future and more music will be written for it. In my channel I record a lot of Japanese music like city pop songs from the 80s or the Studio Ghibli soundtracks. Maybe you ask yourself why I do this. I am a Japanophile person since my youth. I've felt attracted to bonsai trees, anime and manga, Japanese video games, and Japanese novels. I've received a PhD in sociology and I've written a book about the view on Japan of German philosophers and social scientists in the 20th century. I've got it here. Unfortunately, it is written in German only, but I would be very glad if you are interested in it. I've also written some articles about modern Japan for the Jacobin magazine, which can be read online. Recently, I've recorded a lot of swing arrangements by Bob Wilber besides the Japanese pop songs. I really like them. I think you can hear that Wilbur was a soprano saxophonist in these arrangements. There will also be recordings of improvised jazz standards in the future. I am looking forward to receive constructive feedback from you. Please keep in mind that this is my hobby and I'm not a professional player. If you have any wishes for songs that I should play, please contact me. Thank you for listening to me and for subscribing to my channel. Have a nice day and see you next time.